Monday, November 7th, and I just wanted to start a new weekly vlog. I am very tired, so I apologize if my voice sounds weird or anything. I just woke up like an hour ago and showered, did my makeup, and got ready for work, and I still haven't like drank any coffee yet or anything, so I'm struggling this morning. But I did want to come on here and update you what I'm reading. So I think Friday night, maybe, I started All Good People Here by Ashley Flowers, and it's decent. It's not terrible, it's not the best. It is her first, debut novel. Ashley Flowers, I actually really like her because she runs a podcast or co-hosts a podcast called Crime Junkie, and she's very much into the true crime world and everything. But this is not an original idea or story. That's what I'm having an issue with. Not that it's bad. So, the back of it is a little bit deceiving because I feel like this should have been marketed properly instead of it being passed off as an original thought for a novel. We follow Margot as she comes back to her hometown to take care of her uncle, who unfortunately was diagnosed with dementia at a very early age, at age 50. But when Margot was a child, there was a murder that took place across the street of one of her classmates. I can't remember if they were friends or not, and that has kind of haunted her ever since. And she is actually a journalist, and one of her main focus is true crime and stories of that nature, I believe. So she comes back to her hometown, and there's another, starts out as a kidnapping, but I'm pretty sure this kid is dead, of this girl, and the circumstances are very similar, she at least thinks, to the other case of January that was a girl's name, whenever she was a child. Sounds fine, right? Sounds like, okay, a little true crime thing. This is the JonBenet Ramsey case. That's what this is, but if that murderer would have continued. But I didn't know that going into this, that it was going to be that similar. And as I'm reading it, I'm like, is this a JonBenet Ramsey, retelling almost, or based on that? I'm confused because it's eerily similar to the JonBenet Ramsey case, and I just wish that would have been properly marketed. That's what bothers me, is because she even went on an interview and stated that this has been an original idea for her for a book for years. And I'm like, are you thinking you came up with it? Or did you hear about the Ramsey case and then that popped into your head? Which is, fine. I'm not saying that, oh my God, you shouldn't read this book. But I just don't like when people say that they've come up with an idea when this most of this actually happened. So, I don't know. I'm frustrated with it a little bit. And if I'm wrong, maybe she did say that she got her inspiration from the Ramsey case, but what I could find, that is not what was stated to me. So, I don't know. But that's All Good People Here. That's where I'm at with this one. So, also reading Tomie. That's another way I've heard it pronounced. I don't know, I've pronounced it all of the ways that I can find so far, by Junji Ito. And right now, this one is sitting at a 3.5 star. I don't find it as creepy as Uzumaki. I feel like there's a lot of hype surrounding this one that I can find, and I just don't feel like it's the best. Now, I am only 412 pages in, so it very well could get better, but that's still decently, through the book, and I'm just wanting more of an explanation as to why she is the way she is, why she keeps appearing, how does this work, We got a little bit of an explanation, like with the experiments in the beginning, but not enough that I know what the fuck is happening and why does she keep coming back and other things that I won't spoil. But I don't know. I'm enjoying the ride. I'm going to continue. It is a good book. It's just I liked Uzumaki more than this, and I feel like that was at least creepier than she is for me. I don't know. Okay, that is pretty much it for my update this morning. I am just gonna finish my coffee. I'm going to work in my, what time is it? Do I have time? Okay, I have time. I'm going to work in my planner a little bit, and then I'm gonna go to work. So I will check in with you guys once I get a little bit farther into those, and we get this week started. Okay, so it is later at night now, and I did not get to read a lot of Junji Ito. I'm only up to like page, what is it, 435. So my plan is that I'm going to read some more of that, and then if I can stay awake, read and listen to a little bit of All Good People Here. I am currently shooting in a different mode on this camera, so I'm hoping this turns out okay, but there really is not much of an update. I did some editing on this vlog already, just putting like the clips onto my computer and labeling them and stuff, so not really much has happened. And I made Mira her dinner. I have to boil her chicken, put it in her kibble, and mix some of her stuff in it so that she'll eat it, but other than that, nothing's really happened. So I'll check in with you guys tomorrow. I'm gonna go read, and then I will see you guys tomorrow. Okay, hi guys. It is Wednesday, 9:40, and that's super late for me because I go to bed early like an old lady. But I wanted to update you. So for All Good People Here, I'm not super far. I'm not super far into it, but I said it's okay. I think I said this earlier in the vlog. Just frustrated at how obvious everything is and how you can pretty much tell straight away what's going to happen because it's literally like the John Bidet Ramsey case. Yeah, there's subtle differences, obviously. It's not an exact carbon copy, but I can tell that she's going to suspect the brother. That's going to happen. They're blaming the mom and saying that she knows something and that she, had something to do with it, or maybe that she was even the killer. So I'm calling it. I know who the killer is. It's definitely, I don't want to give away spoilers, but I know who it is. There's no way it's not. And it's annoying. It's so annoying. I'm to the part where Margot has officially been fired from her job. She is low on cash. Same. And she is freaking out, not knowing what she's going to do with her life and, where she's supposed to go from here. And We did get to see, sorry, I have no contacts in or my glasses on, obviously. We got to see where Chrissy is making the cops very suspicious because of how she's reacting to things and the details that she's bringing up. And I'm leaning with this one at like a 2-star, which makes me really sad because I really wanted to like this book a little bit more. It's just super obvious what's taking place, and I feel no connection to any of these characters at all. They just feel very one-dimensional, and yeah, I don't know. So I'm going to continue, obviously. I'm on chapter 12. So I'm going to put the audiobook on while I work in my journal and planner. And for Tomie, I am a little bit farther. I read a little bit. Or wait, no. No, I didn't. I meant to last night and I fell asleep. But I feel like I'm going to finish this weekend because there's not, like, I mean, there's a lot left, but not like a super huge amount because I should have time this weekend, I think. I'm not sure what's happening this weekend, but that is where I'm at with that. And yeah, I will update you guys when I get a little bit farther. I don't know how long this vlog is going to go on. It's probably until I at least finish this book, and then I need to start reading Bunny so I can film that vlog because a few more people have reached out to me and they want to see that. But I want to get more like real-time reactions with the books. The problem is that I live obviously with my boyfriend, and he games a lot, and where he games is on his computer in our dining room, and he's always online talking to people. So you'll hear him in the background. I'm gonna try and see what happens and see if you can hear him like a lot, but the dining room is like right off the living room where I read, so I don't know how that's going to work out, but I will try. But I'm gonna go. I'm gonna read, work in my planner journal thing, and check in later. No. Jace, tell your sister congratulations. Okay, it's fine. They've had a long day. No, Jace, say congrats. But before he could finish, Jace stood. His face crumpled and turning red. No, he rolled his roses onto the floor and stomped them. Dance, Jace. So, the mom transported... Okay, this is a spoiler. Okay, spoiler while I'm holding up the book. So if you don't want any spoilers of this, just skip ahead until this is gone. The mom hid the body in the trunk of her car, and he transported the body of January the night that she died. I don't know where, I don't know what else. I know that the kid died and like the body was found in a ditch. But I paused the audiobook because now this is Casey Anthony. Like, I don't understand. Like, like, I know that that's probably happened in multiple cases. But now that, like, I've already compared this to the Ramsey case, like, I can't stop comparing it to other things, too, and I wish I could stop. So, I don't... I'm so frustrated with this book. Okay, my hair was looking nicer earlier, but this is what I have to work with now at this late hour. Hi guys, I just wanted to update and end this vlog. It is Friday, and I can't believe I've finished these 2 books in the amount of time that I wanted to. So, to update, I have finished Tomoe
Tome something by Junji Ito. I have said this name, his name, I don't know, 5 or 6 different ways, but I'm gonna roll with it. So I gave this, I think like a 3.5 or 4 stars. If you didn't know, I have asthma. Fun fact. I finished this yesterday and I gave it like 3.5, 4 stars. And the reason why I didn't give it higher, honestly leaning more towards a 3, 3.5, is because it was just very, very repetitive. It was very good, like, you know, for the first couple stories, and a few throughout, like in the middle, but it just was the same thing over and over again. I don't understand why it was this long. I liked the origin story that we got like a little bit towards like the middle and the end there. But and there were some creepy parts, like the story about like the hair. That was weird because like things coming out of the face. I don't like that kind of stuff. And the one with like the creepy old people that like tried to adopt her. That was creepy because their faces were creepy, let alone what they were doing. We get it. She keeps coming back and we'll never be free of her. And she drives people mad, but like, that's it. Did not need to be 752 pages. I'm just saying. And then I finished All Good People Here by Ashley Flowers. Okay, so I was right on who I was thinking. I was a little like, at the end I was like, was I right? Was I right? And then yeah, it turns out I was right. So it was okay. Would I recommend it? Maybe not to someone who is big into thrillers. Probably not. You would see this one coming a mile away. Especially if you know any of the JonBenet Ramsey case and like the theories surrounding that. Maybe you wouldn't like this because you kind of can see what's gonna happen. Or like one of my coworkers, well, actually my boss, she really liked this because of how it related to the JonBenet Ramsey case. So I really just think it's like a preference, what you prefer for your thrillers. For me, this was okay. I had a fun time reading it. Like it was a good story. I didn't really feel any connection to the characters except for like with Luke. I felt really, really bad for him because of what's happening with his condition and how you see him rapidly decline, and I felt really bad for Margot for her having to deal with that because I do relate to her a little more than I thought, because I started to, I wouldn't say connect with her, but I can feel for her with what she's going through with Luke, because I feel like I've mentioned this on my channel before, but I don't know. Or if you're new, my dad passed away from brain cancer about 5 years ago. With the type of brain cancer that he unfortunately passed from, it was a rapid decline and it affected his memory and his thought process and sorry, hold on. Sorry. I relate to her having to deal with that happening to Luke because of what I have already gone through in my life personally. So it was hard, but also nice to see that represented, which I think is why I'm giving this as high of a star rating as I am, because of that aspect. And I mean, it was a good story. Like, it was okay. If you're new to thrillers, I think you would like this one. So I did also want to do a bit of a book haul. These are just some of the books that I've collected over the past month. Not so much this month, mostly last month, and I think even end of September maybe. I feel like it's been a little while since I've done a book haul. To start with, I'm going to talk about Fire and Blood by George R.R. Martin. I don't think I included this in the last book haul that I've done, but I can't remember when exactly I bought this. I bought this obviously because of the TV show, which we have finished the first season. Holy shit. Damon. Right? I do want to read this. I don't know when I'm going to get to it because I'm just not in the mood for this large of a fantasy. And I've also heard that this reads somewhat like a textbook, which, I mean, it is the histories of the Targaryen family. So I can see where that might be the case with this, but I'm just not in the mood for something like this at this moment in time. But I will read it because I love the Targaryens. Dragons. That's all I have to say. Dragons. So was not I don't know if I want to say gifted. I guess gifted would be the right term, but I won a giveaway for one of the girls that I follow on Instagram, and it is Tripping Arcadia by Kit Maquist. That's probably wrong. But it is a gothic novel, clearly stated on the cover here. I don't know exactly what this is about. I really want to read this year, but I don't know if I'll have time. So this might be one of my first books of the new year. I'm not sure. I'll read a little bit what it says right here. It's a propulsive and atmospheric modern Gothic filled to the brim with all the splendor of the Great Gatsby and all of the secrets, lies, and darkulence that opulence can hide. Yes, please. I also bought Caraval. I'm pretty sure it's Caraval. Pretty sure that's how my friend Tara says it, by Stephanie Garber. I was recommended to read this before reading a Once Upon a Broken Heart, I think it's called, because this is like, you need to read this series before reading that, I guess, to like fully appreciate that story. So I bought this. It was at Target for like $10, so I was like, I can't really say no to that. So I picked it up. I have heard that it's like minorly Night Circus vibes, but not as compelling as the Night Circus. This is young adult, it's fantasy. I don't know anything else except it involves a circus. And that's one of my favorite tropes, is a story regarding like the circus, so bought it. I don't know why I bought this. It was there, and I thought the cover was cute, and I'm trying to get into my manga era. It is Orange, Volume 1. See, look how cute that cover is. I just think they're so cute. Cover's cute, had a high star rating. I had to buy it. I don't know. It screamed out to me. Buy me. So, here we are. I also, for Book of the Month, which I think you already saw, I got Daisy Darker by Alice Feeney. Excited to read this, I think, next month with Gabby from Gabby Reads. And then I'm very excited about this because this is a YouTuber that I love dearly. He is also on Instagram, and he's a wonderful human being who loves horror, tells it like it is. That's what I love. It is Poking Holes by Juan Valencia. This is a short story collection of horror. Cover, impeccable. Creepiness, already know I'm gonna love it. The first couple lines, yes. Yes. Go buy this if you love horror, if you want to support an indie author. Next, I have The Book of Form and Emptiness by Ruth Ozeki, I think is how you pronounce her name. I bought this because the bookstagrammer that I won her giveaway off of, recommended this recently, and she said it needed to be read, so I bought it. It was at the bookstore that I went to today, and I didn't expect to find it. It felt like this was meant to be. It was right there. I was like, oh my god, that's the book that I had just seen on Instagram. I've never heard of it before, and it's right there. So here we are. I bought it. I'm excited to read it because I was reading the back and it actually really does sound good. This young 13-year-old boy, Benny, begins to hear voices of things in his house, like objects are speaking to him. He doesn't know what they're saying, but he knows that they're like speaking. And then that grows and starts happening to things in the outside world. What? I need to know. I need to know what the fuck is happening to this poor kid. So I'm very excited to read this. So it is Cain's Jawbone. I am not going to solve this. It's not going to happen for me. I'm sure people much smarter than me have finished this, but I bought it anyway. For one, I really like the cover and the aesthetic of this book. This is, or was, I should say, the TikTok book that you may have seen. It is a puzzle, and all of the pages are out of order, and you are supposed to put them in order and figure out who the murderer is, or murderers. And there are 6 people that are killed. There are, it says on the back, 6 murders, 100 pages, millions of possible combinations, but only one is correct. Can you solve the murder mystery? No. No, I cannot. Did I buy it anyway? Yes, obviously. I'm going to see if me and my friends can even attempt this, and my cousin, who is currently in the middle of doing this, but I don't really have a lot of faith in us. I love all my friends dearly, and I think we are all very intelligent, but if like millions of people have tried this at this point, I'm sure, and very few have finished it, I just don't feel like we're going to be the group to do it. I believe that is all the books that I have been given, purchased so far this month. Or, last month and from whenever I last did a book haul. Thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate you so much if you've made it this far in this video. I hope you have a wonderful night, day, morning, afternoon, whatever it is, wherever you are, and I will see you in my next vlog. Bye!